Welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lawrence Rowe, and I thank you for joining me this afternoon. I look forward to giving you details about our motor vehicle and engineering qualifications and to answer any questions you may have. Firstly, before we start, I'm being assisted by Fiona and Claire, who will be manning our chat channel today. If you have any general questions, you can ask them throughout the presentation. Just pop them in the chat box and they will reply. I will be taking specific questions at the end of the presentation. We plan to run for about half an hour for the presentation with 15 minutes for questions at the end. So we should be finished in about 45 minutes. I hope you can all hear me okay and see my presentation on the screen. Please let us know on the chat if you are having any problems and we will try to sort this problem out. Okay, so welcome to Langley College. I'm the head of the Department of Engineering and Motor Vehicle. My name, as I said earlier, is Lawrence Rowe. And as we go through, please feel free to ask any questions and we can compile them at the end or try and answer them as we're going through. So why Langley College? Well, we have all courses to suit all levels of motor vehicle and engineering, starting from an entry level through to HND and apprenticeships. Entry level, if you haven't quite got the grade on your maths and English, emphasis will be put on the maths and English, but you'll also be doing a qualification that will get you started in the motor vehicle industry. Personal tutors to support you and guide you through your qualification. You will often have one-to-ones with your personal tutors, and they will set you targets to work towards throughout the year. We also work with many key employers, such as DAF Trucks, Airbus Defence, who you might know put the satellites on the Meteors out in outer space, and the Ministry of Defence, and many more. Our workshops and classrooms have many resources, and they ensure you keep up to date with industry expectations. As you'll see in a little while, you will be required to do work experience. And the last thing we want to do is put you in an environment or a situation where you don't recognise at all or feel uncomfortable because someone's asked you to do something that you haven't been shown. So the college is here to get you ready for that work experience and hopefully progression into employment. So our missions and values. Inspire ambition and to make a positive difference to lives through learning. It is your course, remember, and we are here to support you through your course. So we put the learner first, placing the learner at the heart of what we do every day. We work closely with the community to help achieve and also to make sure that the qualifications you obtain at the end of your course support the community and support you in employment and growth. We empower, enabling all in a caring environment to achieve their full potential. We want to support you through your course. We want to ensure that you achieve the qualification you've set out to take. Excellence, a culture of creativity, high expectations, ambition and aspiration. Diversity, we celebrate diversity and inclusivity as a key to our success. Integrity, honesty, openness and trust at the heart of college life. And we respect, showing fairness, courtesy and mutual respect to all as well. We want you to be in a safe, comfortable environment where you enjoy coming to and enjoy learning. So the study programme, vocational qualifications, that's the heart, that's the core of the programme you'll be doing, be it motor vehicle or engineering. English and maths plays a big part in that. If you didn't quite get it at school, yeah, our lecturers here for English and maths have got new ways to teach you and support you and guide you through to obtaining your English and maths qualifications, which are so important in industry today. Regardless of the job you do, people want to be able to read what you've written, ensure what you've added up and added back to is correct so they can give it to their customers. So it's a massive part of your qualification. We have the core studies and we have the work placement where hopefully with the support of the college you'll get a work placement where you can go and actually spend some time in the industry, working with professionals that are already there. So your core studies and personal tutors. To enable you to maximise your potential and succeed at college, at work and in life, your personal tutor will regularly meet with you one-to-one to support you, your well-being and your progress. You can talk to them, you'll gain their confidence. They're there just to not to support you in your qualification, but to support you through life as well. So, and employability skills, making sure you're staying safe and staying on track with your work. You know, if you're slightly falling behind, they will drop you an email, they might phone you. They want to make sure, most of all, that you are safe and you're okay. Maths and English, as I said earlier, maths and English is a fundamental part of your qualification if you haven't already obtained it. We do GCSE and functional skills. So if you start on your functional skills, the following year, if you progress with us, you might move up and actually take your GCSEs. If you've got quite a low grade in GCSEs, there might be the opportunity for you to upskill and get a higher grade. Timetables, you will be given a timetable at the beginning of your course. That would tell you where you've got to be and when you've got to be there. Attendance, we have an expectation that you will attend all classes. Attendance is key to your achievement. If you don't attend timely, then the chances are you might start to slip behind with your course. Progression. There's so many different levels of progression within motor vehicle and engineering. You could progress over 3 years, possibly 4 years. You could end up in university, taking a degree, which could take you further on into your employment around the world, not just within the UK. There is an initial assessment. We've got to find out where you are and where you're starting at. There's no point to just starting you at a higher level and then you're not achieving. So we do initial assessments, find out where you are. And then from there, we make sure you get onto the right level of qualification. We have good links to industry. And we understand the industry. We're all industry professionals that have moved into teaching. So we understand the environment you'll be going into when you gain employment. You'll be given a set of exam dates on an assessment plan. And that assessment plan should give you your dates for all unit completion and exam dates for the whole year. Yes, there has to be some flexibility in there, but primarily it will give you a good idea of when you've got to get your work in and when you'll be taking your exam. There will be support, It could be learning support, it could be one-to-one support from your tutor, or it might be support from your lecturing staff. But we are all here to support you and get you through your qualification. So, working industry placements. It's an excellent idea that if you can get work experience, it shows you what it's like in a professional environment. It shows you why we have high expectations of how you should behave while you're at college and in our workshops. It gets you ready to work. So all students that are on a programme of study will need to complete a work placement. We do have work placement teams within the college to support you. 9 times out of 10, most employers like you to go out there and introduce yourself. They can see who you are, they can see how you can communicate and present, and you gain your own work experience with the support of the college. This should be relevant to your chosen profession. Students will need to actively look for their placements, as I said earlier, with support. Industry placements, some of you will be selected to do an industry placement. This is an excellent opportunity to complete up to 350 hours of placement. Now, it can be as little as 30 hours. I don't want you to panic when I say 350 hours. It can be as little as 30 hours, and it doesn't all have to be in one go. You might do 1 day this week and 1 day next month. As long as you complete your work experience, that will go towards your qualification. We have trips out to maybe to a museum, to Williams Formula One, to a main manufacturer workshop. We have guest speakers that come in, and we also have little projects that you can do, especially on BTECs. The projects are mandatory, so on the engineering side, you will be doing a project. And as I said earlier, we have work placement coordinators linked to our curriculum areas to support you in obtaining and securing that work placement. So vocational course information, we have in engineering and motor vehicle 3 awarding bodies. We have for motor vehicle the Institute of Motoring Industries. It specialises in only automotive courses. They've been going for over 100 years. Prince Michael of Kent is their patron, and they're well equipped to support you and us in making sure you get through your qualification. And for the engineering side, we use EAL and BTEC. Both organisations been around a long time, and again, lots of support, lots of guidance and lots of help. And also keep in mind, all of our staff are trained and know how to use these awarding bodies to best suit you. So for motor vehicle, we have an entry 3 level, a level 1, a level 2 and a level 3. And for engineering, we also have from level 1, 2 and 3, HNC and HND. For motor vehicle, it's a pass or fail, so there's no in between. But on engineering, you can have pass, merit or distinction, depending on what percentage you get on your assignments. We discussed work placement earlier. Practical and theory at the college is roughly split 50-50. So you spend 50% of your time for the theory to help you get through your exams and your written assignments, and 50% in one of the engineering or motor vehicle workshops to ensure you've got the hand skills to complete that side of the qualification. Skills, knowledge and behaviours required to succeed. So we will give you the industry knowledge on how you should behave, the knowledge you need to be able to do the task, along with the hand skills to be able to do the task as well. So it's a rounded package. So for entry requirements, for motor vehicle entry 3, so it's all we ask from you is a genuine interest in the motor vehicle servicing and maintenance, and a good willingness to gain your maths and English. As I said earlier, I can't emphasise enough how important maths and English is. Motor vehicle level 1, we require 3 GCSEs at grade 2 or above. Motor vehicle level 2, you can either have completed your level 1 motor vehicle or 3 GCSEs at grade 4 or above. Motor vehicle level 3, you can either complete a level 2 or have 3 GCSEs at grade 4 or above. But they're also your progression route. So if you come in at level 1 and you complete your maths and English and you complete your motor vehicle qualification, you can progress to level 2. And then from level 2, you can progress to level 3. And then you can either progress into an apprenticeship or into a workshop where the employer can train you themselves. But the idea is for you to end up in industry doing the job that you wanted to do, the qualification you wanted to get. For engineering, so for level 1, GCSE maths and English at grade 2 or above, and we'd like to have a science grade 2 or above as well, but that's not a mandatory requirement. Maths and English is, and science would be preferred. Engineering level 2, a minimum of 4 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, including maths, English and science. And level 3, GCSE grade 4 minimum, and it must include English, maths and preferably science again. At level 3, I would have hoped you would have had science. So how many topics? They might look daunting, don't be scared, it's not that bad. For motor vehicle entry 3, there's actually 26 units and 1 online exam. The units themselves, some of them are life skills on how to write a CV, how to present yourself for an interview, which we will have a mock interview. And then there's about 16 of those that are actually practical tasks in the workshops for you to be assessed against. Level 1, again, we have 21 units and 1 online exam. Again, some of those units are enhancing your life skills, getting you ready for employability, but the majority will be practical tasks in the workshop. And then there's a massive leap from level 1 to level 2. You then only have 10 units, but you also have 10 online exams and some written assignments to go with it. So there's a lot of effort to be put in, not just to entry 3 and level 1, but level 2 really does ramp up the mark of where you want to be. And level 3 is what we call complex systems. So level 1 and 2, you would have done your remove and replacement. Level 3 is your diagnostics and your complex systems, and that's 9 units and 8 online exams and 8 written assignments as well, which are all mandatory. So for engineering level 1, we have 9 units, some written, some practical in there. Engineering level 2, it's 6 units per pathway. Now we offer a couple of different pathways. When we finish the presentation and answered any questions, if you pop onto the college website, go to courses, down to engineering, you'll see there's 3 little envelopes that you can open up. One will be for precision engineering, one will be for electronics, and one will be for welding. But there's pathways within those to help support you get down the right avenue for when you go into engineering employment. Engineering level 3, 7 units per pathway again. HNC is 8 units and HND is 7 units. From HNC, you usually progress into a HND. So if you look at that, maybe potentially being over 2 years. So how we work with employers. We do have guest speakers from industry come in. We also have companies like Halfords that might come in, issue you all a trade card, advise you how you can use that within the industry. We have people like DAF possibly coming in. I've had the MOD come in and they've taken some of our school students and taken them over and shown them how the heavy vehicles work in an MOD environment. We work quite closely with employers, and that's very important because it keeps us updated on what the new practices are that are going on in workshops and engineering labs. So what do employers want? And this is important, and this is where part of our job is to guide you. The industries, both motor vehicle and engineering, are forever changing. You know, the standards are increasing. The days of being in a workshop in dirty overalls with dirty hands, not necessarily being too polite, have gone. Employers now want you smart. They want you to speak impeccably. They want you to be able to add up. They want you to be able to communicate. And again, that's the college's job as part of your qualification delivery, is to give you the communication skills, the planning skills, and organisational skills to help support you in personal presentation and a general work ethic, how you behave in the workplace. Again, maths and English, very important. Lots of employers won't touch anyone who don't achieve their maths and English. A passion for the industry also has to be shown. Employers want to see that they're employing someone that has an interest in the industry. They don't want to really employ someone that is just doing it because they're just doing it. You know, they want to have that passion. They want to see you grow. They want to see that spark. Our courses are designed to support you in obtaining all of these skills above and much more. So, expectations. Attendance and punctuality. In an ideal world, we'd love to see you attend 100%. We know things do get in the way. You know, we're human beings, we have a life, but 100% is what we try and achieve. Dress code. Yeah, we want you to come to work, college dressed smartly. You know, we don't want hoodies and baseball caps and sunglasses and headphones in. You wouldn't do that in a place of work, so we try and encourage you not to do it at college. Behaviour in and out the classroom. Again, the college is now an adult learning environment. It's not a school learning environment. So we try and encourage you to behave like an adult as best you can. Lanyards, we want them worn all the time. They're not only just to tell us who you are, but they're for your safety. It means that we know that you're a student and you're meant to be on campus. Without it, you can be a stranger. So lanyards must be worn all the time. And we ask you to respect our college as you would any workplace. It's there, the facilities are there, they've cost us millions of pounds to develop. I think the principal was saying earlier, over the last few years, they've invested £30 million in the college. And we need to look after that environment for yourselves and for future students. And we're going to develop your employability, and we're going to, hopefully you'll be ready to learn. That's the main thing. You've got to be ready to learn. So the key people within the college, we have the directors. So that's my immediate boss above me. We have the heads of tutoring and the heads of department. That's where I sit. And then we have our teachers and lecturers. We have our personal tutors, the ones that will support you in your one-to-one. We have additional learning support, work placement coordinators, student services support teams. They're all there for you to go to and to use to ensure you get the best from your college. So college life, we can offer you more than just your qualification as well. We want you to stay fit and healthy, so we have a college gym. We have college activities such as freshers fairs. We set up a club or society. We have sports activities. You can even become a student ambassador and represent the other students in the college. We have student conferences and the student governors. They actually sit on the board of governors. So you're working right up at the top within the college and seeing how the college is strategically aimed. Student leadership committees. There's a student union, and that's great if you can join, because you get 6 months free Amazon, and that includes Prime, music and videos, plus lots of discounts in high street shops as well. We've got a hair salon, so if you want your hair cut, barbering or a ladies cut, we have students that can do that for you under supervision, obviously. We have tutors reps, and we have a restaurant as well that you can use. So there's lots of facilities, and I'm sure these facilities will grow over time, so please do make the use of them. These are just a couple of snapshots of Camille. He's an engineering student. He's worked his way through the college and is now going to start at South Bank University next year doing a degree course. And then we've got Sophie, motor vehicle level 3 at the moment. She's just passed her final 2 exams, and she's now secured a job within a 4x4 garage working on Land Rovers and vehicles like that. So I'm very proud of them both. They've moved their way through the college, they've learned, and it shows that it does work. They're both now going to be into employment at the end of the day. So, coming to the end of my presentation, I thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope we've given you a good insight into motor vehicle and engineering. If you're interested in applying for September, we do have spaces and we welcome you to apply. So we just jump over to the website, complete the online application, and we'll welcome you to Langley College in September. Any questions now, please?
Hi Lawrence, I'm afraid we haven't got any questions yet, so I don't know. I think we've probably got another 5 minutes, and now's the time to ask any questions if you have them. In the meantime, I'm going to post a few links on the chat, so to applying for the courses, and also some information about some Year 11 resources we've got online, where school leavers can, have a little go at some of the activities and get a taste of what it will be like to study on these subjects.
Okay, so if you want to post any questions, we're going to be here for the next 10-15 minutes possibly. If you haven't got any questions, then by all means pop over to the website, have a look at the activities we've set up. You might want to try the jigsaw, because I don't think anyone's done the jigsaw yet, the virtual jigsaw. So if you're the first to do it, do let us know. But also have a look at the application, look at the criteria, apply for your position, and say hopefully we will see you in September, if not before.
Thanks very much, Lawrence.
Thank you.
That ends the presentation. Thank you.
Okay.